Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to my game of the Drowned City, an Arkham Horror card game campaign. And in the last episode, my heroes ended up here, and I went through all the steps. We are now on the Doom phase. And this is not good because the Doom phase is going to flip. I'm going to put my third Doom token, and that is going to flip Agenda 1A. There is more to this storm than just bad weather. As the gales howl around you, the alien landscape buckles and shifts before your very eyes, blurring your vision. When you regain focus, the skyline looks unfamiliar. If the current storm intensity is 6 or higher, each surviving investigator is defeated and suffers a physical trauma. Otherwise, add 1 resource to the intensity and flip it again. That's the trick. Okay. So this storm intensity is going to keep going up, and I've got to try to get all these sites investigated. All right, I understand. All right, Doom token was placed, and it flipped. Now we draw cards. Ursula went first. She got another Eye of the Deep. And because it doesn't have Surge, this goes away because I still have it. And then Leo draws Lost in the Clouds. Peril. You must decide. Place a Doom on the current agenda. Each investigator takes 2 direct horror. Resolve the forced effect on the Eastern Winds, Western Winds story card as if you had drawn a non-auto succeed symbol. All right, there is this card that will flip here. It's on the Western Winds because I'm on the east side, so I'm getting the Western Winds. And it says, if I resolve this, when the round ends, reveal tokens from the Chaos Bag equal to the storm intensity. If a auto succeed symbol is revealed, which means basically any of them, shuffle the rightmost open sky, which would be this one. Shuffle it in location in rows 2 and 4. So this is row 1, row 2, row 2. Oh no, rows. Oh, that's columns. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Row and column. Yeah, rows 1, 2. This has got an error. It says in rows 2 and 4. Well, there's only 1, 2, 3. I wonder if it means columns. And place them on top of the summit deck. Each enemy token and attachment are discarded. Slide each open. I don't want to do that. I don't want to trigger this. Definitely don't want to do that. I want this staying where it is. So I either place 1 Doom or each investigator take. I'm not going to take 2 direct horror, so I will place a Doom token, which is probably not good, but I think I can weather -2 right now on the storm intensity. But as long as it doesn't get up to 6, I know the game doesn't end. When it gets up to 6+, I'm going to lose. So I've got to get back to a central location, which is this one, because I don't think any of these are going to be central locations. I think I have to get back here before the wind hits 6, or I'm dead. All right, because it did say, it says, if the current storm is 6 or higher, each surviving investigator is defeated and suffers a physical trauma. By defeated, what it means is they can go on to the next scenario, but they will each get a physical trauma, which lowers their health permanently by 1 at the start of each new scenario. All right, let's keep going. She's got to get rid of this at some point. It takes an action. I should get rid of this at some point. Because now everything is -2, -2, -2, yeah. All right. Wow, okay. And I haven't failed a test yet, so I haven't had to worry about this. Let's have her keep going. She can move here. Or should I move here? Let's go north. We'll just sort of do a loop. Let's go here. And she has to test 2 agility to do a move action. So for her first action, she will do a move. And I will spend a resource. Well, she's at 4 versus 2. There is a -3 in here. No, let's just take a chance. 4 versus 2. Come on. I drew a +1. So she easily moves here for her first action. I flip this. After you reveal Dazzling Skyline, take a horror. All right. I'm going to put a horror on Lita Chandler. I don't want to put it on Ursula. Then, as an action, spend 1 to 3 clues. For each clue spent, reveal the bottom 3 cards of the summit deck. Reveal them. You may place those cards on either the top or bottom of the summit deck in any order. Ooh, that's nice. She has no clues, and this only has one clue on it. She needs clues. For spend a 3 for you can spend. I think when an investigator is in your location, if they have clues, you can still spend those. That's a good question. I always wondered about that. Like, are they treated as owned by that person, or is it a group thing? I don't know. So for her second action, she'll investigate this, and it is a Shroud of 1, so 4 versus 1. Oh, by the way, I haven't done this. After you discover the last remaining clues at your location, remove 1 obsession. It starts with 5 obsession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to remove all of these in order to progress and to make progress. I'll remove 1 once I'll remove it once I clear that clue. 4 versus 1. This is -2. Remember, she has to treat it as -2. So treat it as if it were this token. So she still passes it. So she gets the clue. One of these goes away. And now, as an action, I will spend, for her third and final, I'll spend it. Spend 1 clue. Reveal the bottom. Spend 1 to 3 clues. For each clue spent. All right, so I reveal the bottom one. It's called a hanging ship. You may place it on either the top or bottom of the summit deck. It's got 4 clues on it and a Shroud of 2. It's not a central location. As an action, each investigator can spend a clue. Slide hanging ship once into an adjacent, so you can move with it. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, let's put it on the bottom, because I would like that one to come up, although it has to be face down. I know what it is, but that's kind of cool. All right, and she is done. All right, Leo. Leo has clues. He could reveal a lot of cards. But I don't want him moving because he is horrible at moving. So maybe I just use him. What could I use him for? If you fail, cancel the effects of the move. We need him moving. We need him moving. So, I'm going to... A 1 versus 2 means I got to get a +1 or a +2, which are the only things in that deck that benefit me. Otherwise, it's a wasted... I hate to spend his gun. It costs 4, and I don't have 4, but it only gives me 1 agility. That's kind of a waste. Let's just try it. For his first action, he'll try to move. It's 1 versus 2. I got the auto succeed, which is +2. So I do succeed, and then it says search the top 3 cards of your deck for an ally and draw it. Then shuffle it. 1, 2, 3. I did get an ally, so I get to draw it, and then I have to shuffle my deck. All right. Okay, I didn't fail it, so that still doesn't happen. That was his first action. But I did move, so I'm here. Ancient Canyons, Shroud of 3, 1 clue. It says, forced, after you reveal, test Agility 1. If you fail, search the encounter deck for a monster and spawn it. As an action, put the set-aside Sky Relic asset into play. Ooh, here we go. Okay. But first, I have to do this. 1 agility. I do not have anything else to donate. So my agility is 1, and I'm testing versus 1. 1 + 1 is 2, so I did make it. So I don't have to spawn a monster. And then as an action, for my third and final action, so I moved. So for my second action, I will put the set-aside Sky Relic. Okay, there were 4 cards here. Where were they? No, they were up here, I think. Sky Relic. Here it is. Put the Sky Relic into play under your control. Sky Relic is... If Sky Relic would leave play, remove it from the game. As an action, test 8 agility. Whatever. Double the skill icons of each card committed. If you succeed, flip it and resolve its text. Okay, I won't look at the back. I just flipped it, but there is text on the back. I bet you I want this. Test agility. Well, I need to get this to her because she has the better agility. So when I can get to her, I will trade items, and maybe we can do that. All right. That is his second action. And for his third action, do I want to investigate? I'll never make. It's 3 versus 3. I would get a clue, but he has a lot of clues. And remember, the more you reveal, the easier it is to move because you don't have to do the agility test. I can't move here because this one hasn't been flipped yet. But I could try to make the agility test and reveal it, and then she would know whether to go this way or this way. Hold on. As an action, spend a clue, reveal X cards. You may put one revealed into play in an adjacent. Okay. I will spend, for my last action, I will spend a clue to draw that bottom card that I know. And it says, open it and move it. Now, I know what it is. It's the sky ship. I still have to test agility to move to it, but at least I know what it is. And that is the end of his turn. And she moved as well. She's done. All right, end of the turn. No enemies. Upkeep. Flip these over. Everybody gets a resource and a card. Leo draws a knife. Ursula draws a weakness. Put it into play. When your turn begins, discard one non-weakness card at random from your hand. When your turn begins. And as 2 actions, I can discard it. When your turn. So I got to get rid of that. That's not a good card at all. All right. Doom token. And then Ursula went first. She got a Primeval Terror. Patrol. The nearest empty summit location. That would be this one. Cannot make attacks of opportunity. While engaged with this enemy, you may enter open sky as if it were a location. If you defeat or disengage from this enemy while at the open sky, you are defeated and suffer 1 physical trauma. But it does 2 damage. It won't make attacks of opportunity, but during the enemy phase, it will do 2 damage to you. And it's there. All right. But I can move there without having to do the whole, without having to do that. While engaged with this enemy, you may enter open sky as if it were a location. But I'm not engaged with it, so I won't be able to do that. Never mind. All right. But it's not. This is not open sky. While engaged, you may enter open sky as if it were a. You may enter. While engaged, you may enter. Oh, it's like it travels with you. Okay. But it's going to do 2 damage as it moves. If you defeat it while at an open sky, you were defeated and suffer physical trauma. Oh, that's a bad one. We're not going to be going there. That is not good. I don't know what patrol is. Let me look up patrol. What is the patrol keyword? Some enemies have patrol. During the enemy phase, each ready, unengaged enemy with patrol moves to a connecting location along the shortest path toward the designated target, as described in parentheses. There is no target. Patrol. Nearest empty summit location. Okay. So it will move away from me. Nearest empty location. So it spawns here. I had that wrong. It does spawn with her, but it will move. It will patrol nearest empty. So it will move like this. While she's engaged with it, you may enter open sky as if it were location. I don't know if I want to do that. That is not a good one. All right. His card is Crumbling Masonry. Test X agility, where X is your location's shroud. The shroud is 3. I'm going to fail this one. If you fail, take 2 damage. All right. 3 versus 1 versus my 1, or my 1 versus its 3. I did fail. Not only did I fail, I take 2 damage. I will give that to Greta. So she's got 2 damage on her. But even worse, since I failed, now I have to do this. After you fail skill test, discard cards from the top of the encounter until an enemy is discarded. Nope. 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 There are enemies in here, trust me. Nope. Nope. There's not many, but they are in here. Come on, where is it? Oh, man, I'm burning. Oh, there we go. Infected star spawn. Either draw that enemy or it will attack me. If it attacks me, it does 1 sanity. You know what? I will have it. I will do that. It will just do 1 sanity. And believe it or not, I will have Greta take it, and that takes her out. She is gone. All right. Wow. I did not want to lose my... Well, I guess losing her is better than losing... It doesn't do any damage. Otherwise, I would have taken the damage so I could do this. That is it. All right, it's my turn. Okay, let's think about this. Leo needs to get to her so he can give her the Sky Relic as an action. She needs to kill the Primeval Terror. So he could put his weapon for 1 action. He can move and move, but that would not let him fire it. Let's go ahead and get his weapon out for 4. I'm going to spin that, and it has 5 ammunition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's 1 action. She is going to meet him here. But if he moves here, he's got to do that agility test, which he's not going to pass that. 1 versus 2. Might as well try. Second action, we'll do a 1 versus 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. He fails. Third and final, I'll do it again. 1 versus 2. This is a -2, so I failed. So his turn is over. Man, poor Leo, didn't do anything. All right, her turn. She will try to evade this thing, which will leave it there, but then it will just follow her again. But it's going to move to the nearest empty, which would be this one. So she could evade and move here. Let's do an evade. 4 versus 2, and I will... spend a resource. I'll spend a resource to make it 5 versus 2 using my hyper awareness. 5 versus 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. I do succeed. So this becomes exhausted. For my second action, I will move here. It will move here, so I don't have to worry about it. And for her third and final action, I'll have her move here, and then we can do the trade. I'll have her move here. And that will do it. She is done. End of the turn. Oh, by the way, her obsessive, I forgot. At the end of the last turn, she was supposed to discard 1 non-weakness at random. All right, so we'll shuffle these up. We'll get rid of her ally. And then now it's the when your turn begins. I would have no, that would have been now. When your turn begins, discard 1. Then okay, so I forgot to do it. And on her next turn, she'll do it again. Oh man. Okay, this is still in play, and that's not good. All right, ready them up because there's no enemies. Actually, this enemy moves here, and it, like I said, it always moves towards the nearest empty summit. Next, it will probably move here, and then here, and then here. Okay. I guess I could move it back here, but that's kind of a vague writing. All right, into the enemy phase. Let's draw each a resource and a card. Leo draws Vicious Blow. Ursula draws Fingerprint Kit. Now we place the third and final Doom. We flip it over. The storm goes up a level. And then we add one, flip of the agenda. Okay, oh, the storm's getting bad. All right, these clear off. And we draw cards. Ursula went first, so she draws a Night Gaunt. Oh, I hate these. All right, it is a hunter. When attempting to evade it, double the negative modifier of each revealed token. Oh, okay, so she's got a monster with her. And Leo draws Cyclopean Architecture, or Cyclopean, I'm not sure. Test X research, where X is your location shroud. It's 3. Text 3. For each point you fail, choose and discard 1 card from your hand to a max of 3. All right. 3 versus 3. And it is a research. Do I have anything? No, I do not. Does she have something she could contribute? Because she can contribute 1 card since she's at this location. She could get rid of the fingerprint kit, but and it's expensive. 4. You get +1, and if you that's not a bad one. I'm gonna hold on to that. Let's spend. I'm gonna just try it. It is 3 versus 3. Let's just try it. 3 minus 2 is 1. All right, he fails it, which means I have to discard 1 card for each point you succeed. Now, I drew... What did I draw? I can't remember. I drew the -2. So, 1. So, I missed it by 2, which means I got to discard 2 cards. I will get rid of... I'll get rid of Trusted, because I don't have an ally out right now. And I'll get rid of the Knife. The Knife really isn't going to help me. The Ally I want to keep. The Guts I want to keep. And the Vicious Blow I want to keep. All right. So that goes away. And now we have to deal with this. The good news is Leo could kill it. It's got 3 health. He's got a gun. And the gun says spend an ammo. You get +1 fight and deal +1 damage. If you succeed by 2 or more, you can ready it and take another shot. Okay, so... For his first action, he will shoot at it. 1 bullet. He has fight 4. This gives him +1. It's 5 versus 4. No, 5 versus 3. Sorry, it has 4 health. 5 versus 3. And I don't like those odds. So... I'll play Vicious Blow. And if you succeed, it does +1 damage. All right, so that's going to do 3 damage if I succeed. And it does give me +1. So now I'm at 6. 4, 5, 6 versus 3. I like that. 6 versus 3. 6 minus 2 is 4. I do succeed, so I do 3 damage to it. 1, 2, 3. For his second action... I'm not going to waste... Do I want to waste a bullet? I hate to waste a bullet. It would just be 4 versus 3, which is not great. But I can play 1, 2... I can't because I don't have 2 resources. Never mind. But I can contribute it with 1 just to get 5 versus 3. I'll do that. 5 versus 3 for his second action. 5 versus 3. 0, and I kill it. It goes into the discard. And that was his second action. And for my third action, I will give the Sky Relic to her so that she can use her agility, her high agility, to try and beat it. All right, he is done. That was a sorry way to do that. All right, now, she needs to test 8 agility. Her agility is 4, and it says double the skill icons of each card committed. That would give me 2. So she'd be at 6, and then I can spend resources to bump it up. Spend a resource, you get +1 for this skill. That would be 7. And I can't remember, can you spend a resource, you get +1? Is it per resource spent, or does it just mean you can only spend 1 resource? I can't recall. I think it's just 1. So I'm not there yet. We're not ready to try and do it yet. I need more in my hand to get me agility. Agility. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. There's 1 clue left. She could remove one of these. Let's see. She will investigate 4 versus 3, and I will spend a resource to make it 5 versus 3. Hold on. When your turn begins, discard 1 non-weakness. I will get rid of Arcane Enlightenment. Then I need to spend 2 to discard it completely, but I need those turns. So she's still got her turns left. Well, I could spend 2 to get rid of it. I'll spend the 2 to get rid of it, because otherwise I'm going to have to keep getting rid of cards. Now she's got 1 action left. I will investigate at 4. I just spent a resource to make it 5 versus 3. All right, here we go. 5 versus 3. The skull is minus the current intensity. 5 minus 3 is 2. Is that right? 4, 5. 5 minus 3 is... I failed it. Oh! That storm intensity is what got me. All right. She is done. End of the turn. There are no enemies. Actually, this one will move here. Flip them over. They each get a resource and a card. Leo draws a weakness. Discard all your resources. Ursula draws feed the mind. Okay. Now we put a Doom token. 1 out of 3. And we draw cards. Leo went first, I believe, and then Ursula did, right? Leo went first because he defeated the Night Gaunt. Leo draws Acrophobia. Test 1 will. The test gets +1 difficulty for each open sky adjacent to your location. There is none. The last adjacent sky got replaced. For each, okay, so test 1 will. My will is 4. 4 versus 1. 0, and I made it. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. And then Ursula draws Elder Mist. Attach it to the nearest location without Elder Mist attached. The nearest location, we could put it here, which I'm going to do. Each investigator at that location is -1 will, -1 research, -1 fight, -1 agility. Forced. After an investigator at attached succeeds by 2 or more, you can get rid of it. I don't plan on coming back here, so we shall see. All right, that's it. It is now my turn. She didn't draw any agility cards. She drew a weakness. Did I draw cards? Yeah, I did. She drew Feed the Mind, which does not give me any agility. Does he have any agility? He does not, so he can't contribute any. We are getting pretty dangerous here, but we still haven't found, like, there's things I'm supposed to be finding. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 locations I haven't discovered yet. Let's have her move here. She will move here. She needs to test agility 4 versus 2. This will be her first action. 4 versus 2. 4 plus 1 is 5. She does it. Let's flip it over. Hanging Ship. We knew what it was going to be. That was the one. After you end your turn here, test agility where X is number of investigators. If you fail, discard it, which puts me in which means I have to draw a card here to see where I end up. And that's not good. As an action, each investigator at this location can spend a clue, slide Hanging Ship once into an adjacent open sky. There is no more adjacent open sky. These are all, the open skies were these, and they're all replaced now. Ah, shoot. All right, well, she's here. It has 4 clues and 2 shroud. I am running out of options here. I don't know what to do. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? This was supposed to move here. All right. If I move here, this is gonna catch me. So I moved. I think it's time we get out of here. All right, that is going to be it for this episode. I will pick up in the next episode next week. I'm out of time. I try to keep these under 30 minutes. So this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of Arkham Horror, the card game. I'll be back next week with hopefully the conclusion of this game. Until then, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.